Hello, hello, and welcome to another episode of the Make It Podcast. I'm your host, Chris Barkley.
And I'm your host, Nicholas Buggs. And it is so wonderful to be here again, Chris, with
It is.
you,
It
doing
is.
what we do. It's just
Yeah,
fun, man. It's just fun to
it
be
is.
here.
I need the year to slow down, and I need 2025 to equally bring like surprises of like joy and laughter and riches, as much as it's bringing surprises of tragedy and and
And
malfeasance
yeah,
and like all the things. Like I don't know what's going on, but you
just
know
stop watching the news. I think that's the
that's
key
one.
for
That's one.
one. And then just find joy in the joyful, right? For me, that's
A little
just the
gratitude.
family, man.
A little
Just
gratitude.
family and just be, sit in gratitude. It's just that's my happy place, you
I
know?
have some thoughts about that.
I'm sure you do.
So I don't watch a lot of news, but I think taking a social media break is great. But there's been like stuff in my like personal life, like this year already. My
Mm.
dog has died. my my business partner's wife's
Year's
dad
over.
died. His dad died today.
Mm.
My house flooded. Like, what is happening this year?
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is growth,
Yeah,
as they say,
but the
even a
podcast is doing
no,
great.
but listen, even a rose has to go through a little bit of shit, right, in order to grow. So it's okay,
Yeah,
and
man.
and you are a rose, my friend. You'll be just fine.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Hey, so in the good news department, my son moved out of the house today,
Hey,
and
there
I
you go.
helped him move today. I think that's really great. So you're right. You have to count the things that are going well and give them their due. And one of those things, by the way,
Ooh.
is our co-collaborators.
Mm.
Was that a word? Did I just
Well,
invent a word
I,
right
I
there?
mean, I like
Co-collaborators. Yeah,
collaborators. There you go. Yeah.
co-collaborators, or we could say the word collaborators.
Collaborators is nice.
I like
You
collaborative.
coined a new term.
A
It just
collaborator sounds like something you buy from Lowe's or
yeah.
Home Depot. Put the collaborator on it.
Yeah,
That
put the
makes it up.
collaborator on it, bro. It'll just hold it. It'll hold it
No,
for you.
our co-collaborators, intern
Mm.
Sam and producer Paul Bear, say hello.
Hello.
There they go.
Ooh.
And our esteemed guest today, Will Perinello, and the one and only Maria Jose Majo
Majo.
Calderon. Guys, please say hello. And we're going to be calling you Majo for the rest of the episode, by the way.
Hey,
Hello.
it's so great to be here. Thanks for having us on.
Well, it is our distinct pleasure, and you guys are the kind of filmmakers that I so admire, and I know I speak for Nick and Sam and Papa Bear as well. Um, Nick and I, we make silly, fictional movies, and you guys do real heroic documentary work behind the scenes, and have done it for 4 decades. In your case, Will, and really are the sort of shining bright star on the hill for like what a filmmaker is and how to spend a life doing it. So we're going to jump into all of that on today's episode. But while I've got you introduced here and got your attention, can you just tell us what we might know you for, what you're excited about now, what you're working on now?
Yeah, I began working in documentary back in like 1981. My filmmaking partner, John Antonelli, and the Mill Valley Film Group and I made a film called Kerouac. We were blown away that no one had made a film about the great beat poet, and we said, we're going to do it. And that took 6 years, and we ended up premiering at Sundance, which was then known as the U.S. Film Festival,
Oh,
pre-Sundance, but it was Sundance. Redford had started it all. And and since then, we've made films baseball, about baseball in Japan, about sumo wrestling, um, about being Italian American, looking at Italian American identity. So Little Italy, about being Italian American. Yen for baseball, looking at the difference between Japanese and American baseball. Um, I made a film called Emile Norman by his own design, a gay artist from Big Sur who came out in the 1940s and lived a life because he was in Big Sur the place that allowed him to live out with his partner. Mustang, Journey of Transformation. It's a Tibetan kingdom that was forgotten by China when China grabbed Tibet because it was in this sort of backwater place. But it was this amazing 14th century kingdom that had been on an important trade route that had all of this incredible money coming through because they were taxing the trade route and they were building these beautiful monasteries. So it was like the equivalent of the Renaissance in Italy that was happening in the Himalayas in Asia at that time. Beautiful wall paintings and statues and so on and so forth. A film called Dreaming of Tibet about Tibetan exiles maintaining their culture. And the culture is sadly stronger in exile because of Chinese repression within Tibet, which is part of China. And maybe that's enough. A series called The New Environmentalist that's on public television that is profiles of grassroots environmental activists who have created incredible change in the world. And in fact, it's through that work, making films about people who received the Goldman Environmental Prize, that we found the three protagonists in Water for Life. And so that's kind of that's the broad sweep of the films. I might have left a few out of there, but that's a film about Sam Cooke as well that ended up on American Masters.
So, Chris, you can see that Will just got started in the business. So, well,
I mean, you have such a beautiful way of describing those films and doing it quickly, because I want to see every one of those, Tibetan films, every one of them right away. And I've seen Water for Life, but I need to go and see all the other ones now. Majo, can you give us a little background on your career?
Sure. I'm originally from Chile. I was born and raised there, South America, next to Argentina. I went to film school there. I studied to be a film director. I worked mostly on narrative films as an intern. And then when I was 21 years old, right after college, I moved to the United States with my boyfriend and now my husband. We're still together. We're here in the Bay Area in Oakland. Yeah. I've been back and forth between here and Chile, always working films. But when I moved to the Bay Area in 2002, I've realized that the documentary scene was way stronger than the narrative film. So I started meeting filmmakers, and I don't think it's a coincidence, but I met a person making a film about Chile, a documentary film about Chile, and that was my first entry point to work in documentary films. And it was an investigative reporting feature film about human rights violations in Chile during the dictatorship. Something very close to me because I grew up in a dictatorship until I was 10 years old. So I was an expert on the topic. And since then, I've worked in lots of documentaries. I've always been a freelancer, but I've been super lucky to be able to work in documentaries topics that are important to me, things that I care about, and hasn't been easy because that's not where the money is. In environmental stories, social justice, immigration, all the topics where the money is not. That's where I'm attracted to.